Today on CG Off-Road, we're going to give our 2017 Silverado some added protection and a nice sleek look. When hauling and storing items in the bed of your truck, it's important to keep them protected. So today we're going to be installing this BAK Revolver X4 hard rolling bed cover on our 2017 Silverado. This bed cover is BAK's latest hard rolling bed cover, and it's designed to fit your 2014 to 18 Silverado and Sierra with the 5.5 foot bed. It's made of industrial grade vinyl with heavy duty aluminum panels that provides a sleek look and added protection to your bed. It easily installs without any drilling, and it simply rolls up for bed access while being secured with its patented locking rails. Now let's get to the installation. Tools you'll need for this installation: a 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, 14mm socket, and a torque wrench. Okay, we're in the bed of the truck. Installing this bed cover is pretty simple. The first thing we're going to do is install the bulkhead seal. If you have a drop-in bed liner, you're going to use the 1/4 inch seal, but if you don't have a drop-in bed liner, you're going to use the 3/4 inch seal, and that goes right here. We're going to clean the surface of this bed right here to make sure the seal can stick properly. We're going to use some alcohol and a rag, and this will just make sure the seal can properly stick. Peel the backing off the seal, and stick it on. Next, we're going to install the rails onto the bed. Make sure that the silver piece is up front and place it onto the bed. Just like that. Then you can install the clamps. BAK makes this super simple. The clamps come pre-assembled for you, and what you need to do for your first clamp is install it as far forward as possible. And for us, it's going to be right here. So you're going to spread the clamp and put it between the rail and the bed and tighten the nut. Then you can move on to the other 2 clamps on this side. And here's our second clamp. And our third clamp. Then you can do the same process for the other rail on the other side. Once you get both rails installed, torque the clamps to 10 foot-pounds. If you torque them any higher, you could damage the clamps. The next thing you're going to do is place the rolling bed cover on top of the rails and then roll it down and lock it into the end of the rails, and then roll it all the way up. Roll the front of the cover back, and then you'll notice 2 slots right here. You're going to install the 2 provided bolts on each side. Then you'll fold this down and the bolts will go through the silver bracket right here. And then underneath the bracket, you'll place your rubber washer, then the lock nut. Get the bolts installed on the other side and then fold it down. Release the lock on the bed cover and roll it back. This will just make it easier to install the hardware from underneath. Place the rubber washer and metal washer on, then the nut. Get all 4 loosely installed, double check and make sure the bed cover is lined up, then you can tighten them down. Okay, now to make sure this bed cover is perfectly aligned, we're going to roll it all the way closed, lock it in place, and then I'm going to tighten the nuts with a ratchet. So the cover is locked into place, so we know it's perfectly aligned. Now we can tighten the nuts. Just tighten them by hand with a ratchet. You don't need to use power tools on these. It's very unlikely that the rolling cover will hit your back window and damage it, but just for safety, BAK provides these rubber stoppers they can place on here to protect your window. We're going to put 2 stoppers on each side. Then we'll put 2 more on the other side. The last thing we have to do is install our straps. These straps install the same way that the previous clamps installed. You're going to put this as far forward as possible. Then tighten it with a 14mm socket. Do the same thing on the other side, then your installation's finished. I'm going to show you a little demonstration on how this bed cover works. Just simply roll it down, lock it into place. Now if you don't have this seal perfectly aligned with the rail, it won't properly close with the tailgate. Then to open it, open up the tailgate, pull down on either side of the cable, roll it up, then roll it up the rest of the way. Then the strap gets used to keep it secure while you're driving with it rolled up. Okay, we got our BAK X4 Revolver hard rolling bed cover installed. As you can see, it is incredibly strong. It's going to give this bed a lot more protection, and it gave our truck a nice sleek look. Install should only take about 20 to 30 minutes, and before you know it, you'll be heading off-road.